Hi guys. Yeah, I'm in a new place. Not sure if you could tell by the background, because I didn't really film too much of the last place. I had every intention of doing a house tour eventually, but things went weird real quick. Like, not spooky weird, just stupid roommates. Stupid roommates, that's exactly what happened. So, I'm gonna tell you what happened and how I got here. I recorded this earlier, but of course, I'm filming on an actual camera now. They just like to stop recording whenever. So I had to put this strategically in front of a mirror so I can see when it stops recording. So I was talking for a long time before I noticed last time. Anyway, try to do this a bit more quickly because now I'm back to being timed. So I lived in that house for 10 months. Obviously a lease is for a year. But back in August, my roommate said she wanted to move in with her boyfriend. Stupid because reasons. But whatever. She wanted to move in with her boyfriend before our lease was even up. So my thinking was, you're not getting your half of the deposit back if you leave. She didn't care, whatever. Her boyfriend's got money, so you know, that's a good reason to move out early and just not care. So she told me that like shortly after my birthday, which is good. And I had no money really saved up because I just bought this camera and it was not cheap. It's a nice camera, I'm really glad I got it, but still getting used to it. Anyway, she said she was gonna move out in December. Our lease wasn't up until the end of January. I planned on staying till the end of January. She said that's fine. She's gonna help me pay her half of everything until I get out. But the way it worked was I would give her my half of the rent and she would go pay it. She did that with all the bills, kinda. She paid the water bill herself, I paid the internet myself, and we both split the rent and the NIPSCO, which half the time she didn't feel like paying, which is great to find those past due bills laying everywhere in her room. She tried to hide them. So she still owes me a lot of money that she obviously spent on other things. My cat's meowing at me. She was there the whole time too, even though I wasn't allowed to have her. They said no pets, but they didn't know. Anyway, I relied on her to go pay our rent, and for the most part she did pretty good. I had contact with the landladies. There's two of them, they were friends in this together. So she'd go pay it. She did fine for a while. Then in September she went on a family vacation around the time our rent was due. I wasn't too worried, I gave her my half like usual. And next month nothing happened until she went to go pay our November 1st rent. She went to go pay and she told me, hey, there's something wrong. Do you have an extra $600? What? Why? She ended up having to borrow it from her mom because there's no way in hell I was giving it to her. Because it turns out she wrote a check for September and October. Both those checks bounced. And the landladies didn't find out till November. So they're saying, you owe us $600. Basically you owe us those 2 months rent plus November, and then you need to get out before December 1st because we can't do this anymore. If she didn't pay for September and October. My thinking is, when a check bounces, you're trying to pay somebody and it bounces, that money goes back into your account. You would notice if you had an extra $600. So my thinking is because she was never very good at telling the truth, ever. She never did, as far as I remember. Sparrow, really? She knew. I think in September it might have been an accident, and she thought she got away with it because they didn't mention anything, so she didn't pay, or she wrote a check she knew would be bad in October, and she thought she got away with that too. Unfortunately, they caught on, so that means she took my money, my half, and did God knows what with it. Even if it was a mistake the first time, you would realize it, and you would correct it. But she didn't. I'm still waiting for my $600 back. She doesn't know that though, so probably not gonna happen. I really don't have the heart to do that to people even after she did that to me. She was already planning on moving out early. Like, she had a place to go. She was going to her boyfriend's, obviously, and I had nowhere. And I had no money saved up to move because, like I said, I just bought the camera. It was expensive. I bought it with my tax return money, you know. So, I was told, because I explained to the landladies, I relied on Shauna to go pay the rent. I relied on her because I don't have a car. I can't go pay the rent. They won't go to the house to get it. So, they understood, she understood, she said, if you can afford it, you can keep living there. Like, that was really nice. I didn't expect that, actually. But unfortunately, I couldn't afford rent and utilities. I could have afforded rent itself, but utilities, nah. Like, what's the point living in a house if you have no electric and no running water and no Wi-Fi? That's scary. So, yeah, come the end of Thursday? The end of Thursday. The end of Thanksgiving weekend. It's when we moved out. There's a train, if you can't hear it. It's a train going by. But we moved out Thanksgiving weekend, and I had to move into my parents' house for a while, which was not great. I don't really get along with some people. They just irritate me. We are very different. That's why. Don't really see eye to eye on everything. But it wasn't too bad. I had to stay there for a while longer than I was planning, because I found this place the day I was moving out. The day I was moving into my parents' house, and I called about this place. Jesus, that's loud. And I got it the day I was moving in. I was gonna move it the next weekend. Kinda did. Kinda got started. I paid the deposit and everything. I can hear my neighbors running around, oh god. But, I had surgery. I had dental surgery. I had 4 teeth removed. So I stayed with my mom a little bit longer. So basically, I had a working place to live, because this place was a mess when I first moved in. Still kinda is. You know, I wanted to be comfortable while I was healing. I was in really bad pain for like 9 or 10 days after, because that was 4 teeth removed. That's nothing to laugh at, you know? So I finally got moved in here. There were some issues. It's not the prettiest place. I don't know if you can see anything. I hope you can't see some things. But there's cracks in the walls. There was leaks. Basically, my upstairs neighbor's bathroom was leaking into my kitchen. There was 2 leaks, 2 separate leaks. That's why it took so long to fix, because they didn't realize that at first. There was one coming from their toilet, which is great, and one coming from their bathroom sink, dripping into, just onto the floor. There's a cat behind me. There's a cat behind me right there. Oh my goodness, you can see her. She's so cute. Anyway, they're finally fixed. The ceiling tiles are finally up. There's no more giant hole in my ceiling in my kitchen. Finally, because it took probably longer than it should have. But everything's going alright now, except there's like a hobo crapping in the basement. Not joking. I don't know if he's a hobo, but somebody's been living in the basement at night. The basement is not an apartment, it's the shared laundry. Somebody's been staying down there at night, which I kind of feel sorry for them if they have to live here, of all places, to not be homeless. It's not the greatest place, but yeah, man, I'm here because of a friend who doesn't know how to think of anybody but herself. I hope this never happens to anybody else. It's not fun, and it really sucks to lose a friend over that. She doesn't really know that I despise her now. She's done other things to warrant it, not just that, although that's probably enough for some people. Basically getting them kicked out of their home with nowhere else to go except your parents, where you don't want to be, and then you end up in a place like this to cap it all off. So I mean, I have a home. It's not terrible. I'm getting used to it. It's becoming more homey. As soon as I get all my stuff, I don't have all my stuff, it's still in storage because it is winter and it's difficult to move in the winter. And my cat. I got my cat. I can see her in the mirror. There she is, look at her. But anyway, that's kind of how I ended up here. Just a bad roommate, a bad situation. It could be a whole lot worse, I know that. I know it could be worse than who was in the basement. But if I just had more time and more money saved up, I probably could have found something better. And it's faster, but I'm okay here. I'm getting used to it. So that was my story. That's how I ended up here, and that's why I haven't been posting in forever. 6 months, I know, I checked. So I'm gonna go clean. I have to do the dishes. Nobody's gonna do them for me. Nobody did them for me before because she didn't do anything before. But I'm gonna go before this stops recording. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little tale of how I got here, and why I hope it never happens to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. Did I just copy off of Simply Illogical? Maybe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Oh, my knee popped.